It's a deadly game. Darren Rock 08 finally back with another video. This time, I'm doing the 2016 Survivor Series. This was one heck of a show. One controversial show. One show with an ending that we're going to talk about for ages. A shocking outcome to a match that was built up as fantasy warfare. And ends in shocking matter. A matter in which we will talk about since the streak, shocking as it is. So let's start with the 2016 Survivor Series live in Toronto, Canada in the Air Canada Centre. Let's start it out. We get the Women's Elimination Survivor Series Raw vs. SmackDown match. We have Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Bayley. We have Nia Jax and we have Alicia Fox taking on Team SmackDown, the leader, which was supposed to be Nikki Bella. But now we have to solve a game of Clue because she got taken out. Where in the back did she get taken out? By whom and by what object? We got a whole game of Clue. Natalya takes her spot. Obviously, Natalya attacked Nikki. You don't really have to be a rocket scientist to solve that. So it's Natalya. It's Alexa Bliss, it's Carmella, it's Naomi, and the Women's SmackDown Champion, Becky Lynch. And this was a fine start to a fine Survivor Series match, and everybody looks so goddamn fine. Of course, Sasha had to get eliminated quickly for some reason. She got eliminated early. And Charlotte and Bayley were your sole survivors as they eliminated last Becky Lynch in a fairly decent Survivor Series match. Charlotte goes 15-0 in pay-per-views. She has one hell of a streak, a bigger streak than pay-per-view wise coming up. Who's going to stop Charlotte? That's what people should be talking about too. This was fine. I give it a 6 out of 10. Next up, we have the Cruiserweight Championship match. I'm just going to get this one out of the way. I actually think the Intercontinental title is first, but I'm going to go with the Cruiserweight title. We have the Brian Kendrick and Kalisto. Kalisto wins the entire division, plus the title is on SmackDown. This was just a crap. This was just a bleh match. Nothing else to say about this match. The Cruiserweight division, it's nothing like the WCW division. The Cruiserweights, it's not even close to the SmackDown division back in 2002 to 2006. It's not even close to anything like that. This division, this time around, sucks. You would think with having a 205 live show this week, you would think that the title would just go on SmackDown because it makes sense with the scheduling. But no, in comes Baron Corbin, who was too injured to compete in the main Survivor Series match, but apparently he's not too injured to attack Brian Kendrick and Kalisto. So Brian Kendrick retains via disqualification, and this is just bad. A 4. Next up, I'll talk about the Intercontinental title match. The Miz has been on top of his game. He's been one of the best acts of 2016 as he regained the Intercontinental Championship belt from beating that stupid Dolph Ziggler. Can I get a clap, clap, clap? Fuck Dolph Ziggler. I say we get a fuck Dolph Ziggler. And he beats Sami Zayn in a very controversial ending as Maurice rings the bell and gets a distraction, but then Sami Zayn gets rolled up and bam, The Miz gets the belt and retains the Intercontinental Championship belt. A fairly decent match with a screwy finish. But The Miz is awesome, and you need to be Miz and be awesome therefore. So a 7 out of 10 is my rating. Next up, we have the 10 on 10 Raw vs. SmackDown Traditional Survivor Series Tag Team match. There's a whole lot of tag teams to list off. We got Rhino and Slater. We have the Usos. We have American Alphas. We have Breezango taking on, and there's another team in there, and they take on Raw's team. And let's just talk about this match. take a shot of tequila for every time they do a suicide dive. Because there's a lot of suicide dives. More in particular, there's a lot of suicide dives and over-the-top rope dives in this particular matchup. Breezango gets eliminated inside 10 seconds. And then the New Day gets eliminated. The tag team champions, they get eliminated very fairly afterwards. And I don't understand that. The sole survivors were Cesaro and Sheamus as they knock out the Usos in the finals. And they are your winners as they will hopefully get together and take the straps off of the New Day. Quite frankly, the New Day does not rock. New Day sucks. They're boring. And right now, they're just buying their time until they beat Demolition's record, which they will do by Christmas of this year. Overall, this was just kind of boring, honestly. There was a lot of cool spots, but man, there was too many suicide dives. Oof. I give it a 6. Next up, we are talking about the men's traditional Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series match. And this is an awesome match. It's the longest match in Survivor Series history with 53 minutes. 53 minutes and some change as Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt are your sole survivors, as them encountering with AJ Styles, your champion, your WWE champion, the real WWE champion, alongside with Shane Man. And they defeated Team Raw. This was just an awesome match. Awesome match. You had the Shield reunion. You had Kevin Owens getting himself disqualified by whacking Roman Reigns in the face with the list of Jericho, and then Jericho goes all crazy, getting his papers. My list, and then he gets distracted. RKO, wham, he's out. It had everything about this match. You had Ambrose and AJ Styles attacking each other. Ambrose and AJ attacking each other continuously. Ambrose gets eliminated. He comes back, and then all of a sudden there's the Shield triple power bomb. Then it comes down between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins with the Wyatts, and RKO out of nowhere, and then Randy Orton takes the spear from Roman Reigns, and then Roman Reigns gets Sister Abigail. And the shocker, the second biggest shocker of this night, is Bray Wyatt defeats Roman Reigns, and him alongside Randy Orton are the true winners and are the sole survivors of the men's and the main traditional Survivor Series matchup. And this would be, I believe, the 5th time that Randy Orton was the sole survivor of a traditional Survivor Series match. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt wins this match. And then we get to the main event, which was built up for months. It's been built up for years. It's been 12 years in the making with Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. Fantasy Warfare finally comes. We haven't seen Goldberg in 12 years since that god-awful piece of shit match from WrestleMania 20 that we have to forget about now, because this is what it's all about. This right here, you got Goldberg. He looks phenomenal. 50 years old, sure, but he looks good. Brock Lesnar looks fine too. They go toe-to-toe. They lock eyes. And then Goldberg shoves him down. 2 spears later, a jackhammer, and in 85 seconds, in what is the biggest shocking moment since the streak has ended, we have Goldberg defeating Brock Lesnar inside 85 seconds. So we have the longest match in Survivor Series history and the shortest main event of a pay-per-view in history. 85 seconds, and quite frankly, it was awesome. Why it was awesome and why it was so brilliant? Because Brock Lesnar has been this unbeatable, indestructible monster, and quite frankly, anybody else facing him would have been a joke. You think Kevin Owens would have been able to beat him and be believable? He can't even get rid of Sami Zayn, for God's sakes. They had a chance to give it to Roman Reigns, but the crowd and the fans kept on shitting all over it. They had a shot with Cesaro, but they fucked that over after they didn't do shit with him in 2014. This honestly makes a lot more sense when you keep watching it over and over again. I've seen it 50 times, and it's just awesome. Goldberg is back in a beautiful, gorgeous way. It writes off his terrible run in 2003 that he had, wearing a stupid wig, getting jobbed out by Triple H and his stupid sledgehammer of doom. It writes off all the shitty things WCW did to him. Him almost getting his arm cut off due to loss of blood when he hit an ungimmicked, not supposed to break limousine. This was just awesome. Why not right your wrong, right out that wrong, and give us Goldberg of the old? Brock Lesnar really doesn't hurt from here. You can play off that he was cocky as hell, and quite frankly, he was cocky. If it was given to Samoa Joe, sure, but he's been stuck in NXT. And quite frankly, everyone who's fought Brock Lesnar after the streak has been poisonous. If you watch my reaction from WrestleMania 32 with Dean Ambrose match against Brock Lesnar, you would know I think that was one of the worst matches in WrestleMania history. Dean Ambrose didn't help him whatsoever facing Brock Lesnar. Randy Orton looked like a punk. And quite frankly, he has just been poisonous. He's been poisoned to the Wyatts, just scaring off Bray Wyatt like he was a nobody. So he's been poisonous. So why not bring back Goldberg? And instead of exposing Goldberg and having an 8-minute match and exposing Goldberg, because he's not a technical 1,000 moves of doom guy. He is not a flip-flop, loopy-loop, shoots and ladder type of guy. No, he's fucking Goldberg. He snorts, he spits, he hits you again, he spears you, he jackhammers you, and he'd be back 4 minutes later in the showers. And that's exactly what they did here. The Goldberg of 1998 is back, and he destroys Brock Lesnar, that big fucking piece of shit bitch, inside 85 seconds, and it was glorious. It was awesome, and I give it 10 points. And Raw vs. SmackDown Men's Survivor Series match, I give a 9. That was also really awesome. Overall, Survivor Series has its hits. It was great. You had Goldberg destroying Brock Lesnar in a brilliant fashion. 85 seconds. You had a 53-minute onslaught of so much goodness in that Men's Survivor Series match. The women's kind of meh. The tag team was kind of meh. The Intercontinental title was good. The Cruiserweight kind of sucked. Overall, I give 2016 Survivor Series a 7 out of 10, and I'll catch you next time when I do retro reviews, and I'm going to do the 1987 Survivor Series. Daniel Rock 08 is back, and he is back in a big way. Catch you next time. I here with Daniel Rock 08.